You guys, I have so many things to show you today. I have quite the haul of stuff in front of me here. Yes, my studio space is back to being a bit of a disaster, but that's what happens when you have a really, really good sourcing day. And I did with my friends. We went up to Washington, which is just over the Oregon border, spent the entire day out thrifting and vintage shopping, hit some antique malls. It was such an amazing day. I have brass to show you. I have pottery. I have art. I have furniture. I have a horse, a wooden horse to show you. There's so many amazing things. I can't wait to get into it. So first I'm going to take you shopping. We're going to watch that footage right now, and then we're going to come back here for an entire haul and recap. Okay, so let's get shopping. Good morning, everybody. So I'm actually on a road trip in Washington with some of my reselling friends, people that I have not really shopped with before. So I'm so excited. So I'll introduce you to them in a minute. But our first stops are a Goodwill and a Habitat Restore in the same parking lot. I mean, what heaven is this? So yeah, we're very excited to see what we find today. So this Goodwill is totally cute, and they have all these little vignettes everywhere. They're adorable and very nicely styled. I kind of am digging these green candle holders. $7.99. It seems a little steep. That's the problem, is you go over the border and sometimes the pricing goes up and we have to pay sales tax, which in Oregon we are not used to. But I feel like as a set of 3, the green could be really cute. So I'll see what the others think. Some more pretty vignettes. I was really liking this vase, but it has a tiny little chip there, which is such a bummer. So this vase, oh my goodness, like this one. I love this too. I don't know if this is old or no. Yeah, see, that's Hobby Lobby. Yep, definitely giving some of this is like Hobby Lobby home good vibes. This though, $5.99. I think this is a very cool piece. So I'll have to see if the other girls think it's old or if it's also like a Hobby Lobby thing. I do like this painting too. It's very pastel-y. Oh, and this is really neat too. It's like, this is handmade, $7.99. I love the holes. I feel like you could definitely weave something through them and it'll look really cool. So I think I'm gonna get this and probably that. I probably should have gotten a cart. So I think a green theme is emerging. And yes, I have gotten a cart, which I can't believe. Okay, so I am heading to see what the other gals have gotten. So everyone has amazing taste, and we definitely all tend to pick up stuff that we all like. So it's always fun to shop with people to see who's going to get the good stuff. And of course, what am I going to get jealous over? Probably something brass today. Here's the crew today. So we have Angela and Courtney and Ashely. So I'll put their information on the screen and down below. But already something I told you guys a second ago, I was going to be jealous about the brass that someone's going to find today. And then Ashely got the most amazing collection of mugs. Oh my God. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm in love. This basket aisle is actually pretty good for a change. Now I sell these, and if they're a decent price, ooh, are these nesting? Ooh, I'll have to see how many are in there, because if it's the price for all of them, that's a pretty good deal. And then this is actually pretty cute. It's like poofy, $2.99. I could glue like a little thing on the back. So I may get this cutie pie for one of my booths. So I was excited that these were brass, but they're kind of like that faux painted, which is such a bummer. And when you turn them over, you can definitely tell like it's a different type of metal. And of course, no one else picked them up. And if they were like the real deal, the other girls would have definitely have grabbed them. So I make eclectic sets with candle holders. So if I can find them for under $5, I usually pick them up. So these are $3.99 each. This definitely is brass, and I'm kind of tempted to pick it up because I know there's many Canadians out there that follow me and buy from me. The other gals don't ship as widely as I do. $7.99. I need to look it up and see. But it's missing kind of the cork on the bottom, so I don't know. It'd have to be a display piece and not a functional bank. There's a lot of souvenir pottery here. So this is a tonala Mexican vase, which is really cute. $9.99. The prices are high, though. I will say that the prices are high. This is a very collectible piece of Mexican pottery. And then some like project pieces. And just, yeah, here's a mug. Although he's a little bit say really heavy in the hand, so I probably won't get this guy. Oh, now I want the ones that Ashely found. They are so good. So good. So Courtney found this really great denim blazer. So Courtney has a store, and so she has clothes, homewares, impeccable taste. This will absolutely go in that space. It's really, really good. So someone told me recently that Vera Bradley is apparently back in style, and this is a knockoff. So this is inspired, but not actually a Vera Bradley tote, and it's $12.99, so I won't get it. But apparently the young generations absolutely love these like quilted bags. So you guys know lamps are a no-no. I'm not allowed to buy them because I regret it every time, but this one is very tempting because of the wood part here, and it's just such a cute shape. So $7.99, I'm not gonna be getting it, but it's definitely tugging at me. So the first goodies are getting in the car, and that chair is amazing. So good. Angela is a chair person. She loves a good chair. So next stop is an antique mall. It's called Black Lake Antiques and Collectibles. You guys know I love shopping a curated space rather than digging. So hopefully you find some good stuff. So Angela found a very cool old piece of wood per the tag. It kind of is giving me like religious statue vibes, like extremely abstract. But you know, I can see a religious item in anything. A very pretty copper dish. So I've sold this type before. That sticker is very common in this type of copper pieces. It's $25, and then of course tax. Oh, I'll never get over tax when I'm shopping because I live in Oregon. Oh, it's just so nice not to have sales tax. So I probably won't get it, but it's a really pretty piece. So we're digging through the box of watches because Courtney sells a lot of the cute like gold ones. You can see them in her hands. Yeah, really cute. The young girls are wanting them, right?
Yes, a lot of the teenagers don't even care if they work or not.
That's wild to me. That makes it easier. Courtney's gonna get this beautiful tray, and this is inlay, like actual inlay wood rather than painted, and the handles are very good. So I don't know if you guys can get the scale of it, but it's really, really large. There's me. So that's a very cute needlepoint. You guys know I'm always looking for them. It's $12. If it wasn't like red, I'd probably get it, but I feel like red barns are a really hard sell for me. This is an actual painting. I thought it was a print, and then you can see the brush strokes. So the price is $3. So I think I'm gonna get it because it, you know, reminds me of the Oregon coast. I'm loving this wall piece, and the best part is it comes with this key. I mean, how amazing is this key and lock? Oh, the keys almost always go missing in pieces like this over time, and this one has it. It's outside my budget because it's $3.45, but I absolutely adore it. So I also had them get down this picture. So it's a painting, and the frame is really lovely, and it's $20. And I just think that's just such a cool scene, especially with the pastels. So that one's coming home too. So Angela saw this base, which is amazing, and she's trying to envision what to do with it, and she somehow found that top, and Courtney did, to kind of show what her vision for it would be. It's good. It's very good. I'm sold on it. So you'll have to get a price on that very cool piece. Okay, so amazing stop. I got 3 pieces of art, including this dude who is phenomenal. Wait till I show you the back. It looks like it's a bajillion years old. It's really great, moody, old pieces, great framing. I love them all together, honestly. I love how like a collection forms on its own. So yeah, really good stuff. You guys should definitely check it out. It's a great store. Here is the business card for the store, if you guys want to check them out. Okay, so we are outside Courtyard Antiques and Home Decor in Olympia, Washington. Never been here. All these places I have never been to before. So yeah, excited to check out this place too. Okay, already? Wow, very curated. Lovely, although I can't see Christmas anymore, you guys. I just can't do it. This card catalog is awesome. The drawers are really smooth. It has the emblem here, and then it has a little plaque here, and it's numbered. And look at the dovetail joinery. It's dark, which is unusual. So often they're like a mid-toned wood. Well, this side is definitely interesting. So how much is it? It is $149, which seems fair because I sell these for over $400, so that's definitely something to consider today. So now I'm in the other side, which I think has more individual booths and things. Still a lot of Christmas up. Oh, I see something Florentine over here. Let's see, how much is it? Ooh, 42. So outside my budget, but I do like the red color for a change. So I think we all know who would probably have spotted this. Laura. Penguin Ice Bucket. Cue her music. So there are so many good needlepoint pillows in this booth. Look at that one. So I can't tell if they're newer or older. I don't know. They're definitely really well made. So 45. I really like this lighter colored one. I think that's really pretty. This one is 39. Oh, okay. Felted back. So yeah, that's definitely not like vintage. This one is maybe a little bit more so because it has the back that's more of the velvet. Which is that one? This is 39 too. I'm always on the hunt for them, as you guys know. So bookends are a bestseller, as you guys know. These ones are 42, which is a little bit outside of my margins, but they're really nicely made. Everything in here is very, very curated. So a lot of it's outside of our budgets. We're also having a hard time with the lighting, being so moody and dark. I feel like I can't see. My brain is like, you can't see the stuff. Well, this is cute. This little like basket purse, 24. That is adorable. Love that. Some Staffordshire dogs that are from the 1850s. They're $450 for the pair, which sounds about right. This is the colorway that I collect. I collect the more ginger ones, and they are very cute. First brass I have seen today. And $125, a really cute painted wood box. So $12.99, that's not a bad price. And then here's a really lovely Indian one. Love when there's the inlaid brass. Oh, and it actually has hardware. This is really pretty. So it's $18, and I've kind of gotten away from picking up some of these, but this one, having the brass inlay and the hardware, I feel like it's probably worth $18, so I may get it. So I actually just found this at the thrift store, and I'd never seen it before, and now here's one. So yeah, 24 is how much they price theirs at. I think I priced mine similar. I'm putting it in my vintage booth. But it's funny how you'll find something one day, and then all of a sudden you'll find several of them, even though you haven't found them ever before. So there is an upstairs. Let's see what's up in this area. So Courtney sells a lot of furniture. So this dresser caught our eyes. $375, but we're not sure what's going on in this section here. So I think she might be passing on it. I really like this candelabra. It is, let's see, $45. It's really good though. But some of the candle things to be a little bit kind of off kilter, so I think it might look weird because they'd be sticking out at an angle rather than up. So I don't know. If it was cheaper, I'd say sure, let's give it a try, but for $45, I'm not sure. So I thought I struck gold because these are awesome, and I was like, oh, $16.50 for the pair, but these are plastic, you guys. They're really lightweight in plastic. Now that's the best faux plastic I have ever seen. I won't be getting them, but it is really, really cool. Now this actually looks like it might be metal. Yeah, that one actually is metal, and that's $14. Okay, so that might be one to get actually. This is a really beautiful painting for $99. Seems wildly underpriced considering everything else in the mall is definitely like more top retail. But it is beautiful. The frame is really good too. And it's artist sign in the corner. Oh, that's why. There we go. There's a tear. All right. Now that makes sense for the price. I love this section of the store. All the old books and the light fixtures and the old antiques. It's such an amazing vibe. Look at all these sconces. Wow. Ooh, that's really good. That is $35. I love that. Oh, and then here's a bunch of candle holders outside my budget. but still really great. You guys, look at this mirror. It has a stone base and it has all that hardware down there. Oh, it's so beautiful. And that little teeny tiny flower on top. So it's way outside my budget, but it is just such a stunning antique mirror. I mean, in an entryway, it would be phenomenal. Oh my God, you guys, about passed out when Angela pulled this out. How much is that?
$125.
$125? Oh my God. If you're not buying it, I'm buying it. So just so you know. So you have 2 seconds.
Stop it.
It's really lovely. It is really lovely. I think someone's coming home with it today. So, me or you. I love the way that they sorted the art. They put the styrofoam boards in between them, which is so good. All the pieces would make the most amazing gallery. Oh, I like this one. They're definitely pricey. How much is this guy? 65. So yeah, they're all like the 65 to like 100 and some range. But I love the fact they're in these wood bins and then they have the thing to protect them between, because they all kind of have pokey hardware and stuff. I even like these like more contemporary abstract pieces, especially this one. It's really good. It's 85. It has like the water damage. I'd want to put a new mat in it, like I'd put white, because this makes it, I think I'd have to reframe the whole thing. So for 85, I think that's too much work for that price, but it's a very cool piece. So I just spotted some really pretty wooden boxes. So this one is Spanish. I can just tell by the tone and how heavy the wood is, very brutalist. It has these like marks here, like the hardware is very much Spanish. This one is really good. So that one's 30 and this one's 25. It's like the hardware on the side. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull these out and explore them a little bit more to see if they have like more damage than here. It looks like there might be missing hardware there. Okay, so next stops are a bunch of antique malls to hopefully get more bang for our buck. Hopefully have more luck, because I feel like the thrift stores haven't delivered as much. So we're hoping that some of these really large antique malls will deliver all the goods for us. I have always loved these organizers. This one is 35. It just has all that character and I like the handle. It's a little more than I want to spend, but it's a really good version of that. So we're loving this. It's actually copper, even though it kind of looks like wood. It's very solid. It's 75. It's very cool. It's just like, what is that noise? You never know what you're going to see on a shelf, like something like that. So I think I'm going to get this guy. So it's 35. It's probably Italian. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Okay, I got to get this down and not destroy everything. I'm considering getting this candle holder too, because it has a lot of very cool features. So it's 35, and it kind of has like a faux finish, which usually I don't go for, but I think it's just so sculptural. I think I would go for more than that. And then this, you guys, look at it. It is clamped on. It's a clamp-on candle holder. Now this, unfortunately, $350. If this was $35, I'd lose my mind and pass out and want to buy it, but it is not. But I think I may get this because I really like it. Okay, so I found some brass owls. So it's a set of 4 for $34. So I think that's like per owl, a really good deal. And usually you can get like this stuff off, which actually you were the one, so Courtney's filming, you were the one who told me that you can actually get this type of stuff off. So yes. Yeah. Oh, this one's kind of cute. He has like pointier ears than the others. Okay, yay. Hey, we're having luck. So this is what Courtney found. And this is my other wildly jealous moment. Oh my God, they're so good. So good. 34. It's brass. I mean, look at how big it is, you guys. Insane. It's so good. Some more stuff that I am getting. So this single wall sconce and this pair of brass candlesticks, because I'm making sets, as you guys know. And then this Polish plate. Oh, it's $8.56, which is good. I haven't sold many Polish plates, mostly the boxes, so we'll see how this guy does. But I feel like that's a pretty good price. Oh my goodness, look at this ceramic dog with the newspaper. That is so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to see how much that is. And then there's a lot of really fun pottery pieces, like little mini ones. And this guy is so cute. It has a little lid and a handle. Like, what do we do with this besides displaying it? I don't know. Let's see, how much is it? It is, let me see, $6. Man, I feel like that's worth gambling on. Oh, it has a fish. Oh, you guys know me and fish. I adore this booth because it's everything kitschy. Ooh, that's a lovely floral. Okay, I'm gonna have to see how much that is. And some woven butterflies. And I wonder if that wall hanging stand is available, because sometimes this stuff is just for display. Okay, so many things in this booth. So this very cool piece of art is $20. I love the wood on the outside, and this is all like textural and raised, so it's definitely a painted original piece of art. And then, man, if I sold furniture, bar cart, $49. And then this dresser is only $89, but we can't decide if it's in too rough a shape, and it's definitely like the veneer on the top, so we'll probably pass. So I really like this stool, or bench, I guess you could say, woven. It is $42, and it seems to be in pretty good shape. I like all the spindles and stuff, so I think I may get it, especially if there's nothing else around that's broken. So this is the mall we're in right now. I'm packing up all the goodies. A lot of candle stuff. I got that stool, some art. Angela got a cool wall unit. So yeah, a lot of great stuff at this stop. So I walked in and immediately found this candlestick, a set of brass cranes, this onyx bowl, and a wooden napkin holder. So yep, I'm already making a pile. I have a feeling that might be Courtney's tray already, because she's at a very much a tray moment. Those little owls are really cute. It's $22. I don't want the frame on it though, so I feel like I can't get it because of that. Oh, here's a brass bird, $24. It's not bad. Looks like some eagles or hawks for the iron stone. Oh, you guys know me, I love Tonala birds. Oh, look at this little egg. That's cute. 20. Oh, someone made a mess. 25. I don't know if that's a good price on that stuff. You guys know I'm still learning about glass. So I don't consider myself a Polish folk art expert, but I feel like I can usually spot them in the wild now, but this is something I have never seen. 16. I love the colors on that. Here's some really great rubbings. I just love the framing on them. They're $120 a piece, so I won't be getting them. But if they were in my price range, I'd absolutely be bringing them home because I have picked up one before and it sold so quickly. I love these iron forged candle holders. They're $28 for the pair. I'm always a little hesitant to pick some of these up because, you know, back in the day they would have been sold at like a Pier 1. And so I just want to make sure that they're actually like handmade from an artisan versus something that would have been done by like a big box store. So I don't know, but $28's a pretty good price. So I'm loving these wood easels. Wow. So they're 30, well, it looks like $40 a piece. They're really lovely. Very rarely do I find wood easels that aren't like art easels, like for an artist to use with their artwork as they're painting it. These are definitely for display only, and they're beautiful. So I absolutely adore this brass box, but it is $38, so outside my budget, but I really like the way they have the detail around like the star pattern in the center. These candlesticks are very cool. It's $45 for the pair, but they're so skinny with this really cool base. I think it's a little more than I want to spend, but they're really, really fantastic. This place keeps going and going and going. Good chairs. We were just admiring this set. So look at the base of that chair and the blue like velvet. And then this is the table. If you look underneath, I mean, is that not the most amazing base of a table you've ever seen? Love the glazing on this trinket dish. That's a really cool piece. It's $22. That seems like a pretty fair price. So this needlepoint is beautiful. I love the fruit. It's $36, so a little bit more than I'd want to really start at. Although I do think there's some margin in it. I'm trying to decide if I want it. I'm supposed to be shopping for you know, my Etsy shop and my booth, not for me. Probably pass. The first like needlepoint thing that I've seen though in terms of wall art. Super cute owl, cruel in the back, and then these little Kakeshis, which I haven't seen many of today, which is surprising to me. That is $15. I don't like the frame on it though, so I think I'll probably pass. Angela found this chair and pointed out to me, is that not the cutest kids chair you have ever seen? I just want to like make it bigger so I could buy it and have it for myself in my home. So you guys know I just literally sold this. So it's $74. Oh man, it's very tempting to buy again and sell it again. So we are back in my studio space. I can't wait to show you some of the pieces that I picked up in more detail. There's some really, really good standout pieces in this haul. Now, some of it will be listed on Etsy, and then some pieces will go to my vintage booth. I don't really want to ship some of the furniture items because I got burnt out on shipping. You guys know this last year, I shipped so many things. I kind of got a little burnt out, so I'm trying to be nice to myself at the beginning of the year and make sure I'm listing things that I don't mind shipping and boxing up. And so some of the bigger pieces will go to my booth. Also, my booth is largely very sparse because I had a really good sell-through rate in December and I have not done enough sourcing yet this year. So this trip that we did up into Washington, that road trip, really helped to replenish like my stock, which I'm so grateful for. I would definitely recommend if you are finding it hard to source in your area right now, because January is a nightmare to source, at least where we are. The shelves are bare in a lot of our thrift stores. Definitely head out on the road because you may be pleasantly surprised what you can find in the neighboring town. Okay, so we are just gonna jump right on. So this was the last piece that I picked up actually that day. It is a huge carved wooden horse. I loved his mouth. I think it was like 30 bucks. I can't remember. I probably should have like refreshed my memory, but it was just so good. Now, I know I owe you guys an interior design trends video. That is something I'm gonna be filming probably next week. And one thing I will say in that video, a little bit of a spoiler, and if you are watching other trend videos, you will have already heard this, so it's not that much of a spoiler, but Western, equestrian, anything having to do with horses is really hot right now. That's a big trend. And so that's why I really got this guy, because I'm like, oh, this is like perfectly aligned with that like horse equestrian aesthetic. And it's just a really well done piece in and of itself. It's very heavy. It's just like no breakage. It just is like a beautiful piece. So I've never picked up a horse quite like this before, and I just was really excited when I found it. So I'm definitely always on the lookout for kind of standout pieces when I can find them. I mean, I have my bread and butter pieces, but I definitely look for standout pieces. And these metal Italian candelabras, they're always a standout piece that I am on the hunt for. And anytime I can find them, like really under $50, I tend to pick them up. Now, are they a nightmare to ship? Yes. Because of all this metal, sometimes you really have to make sure that like underneath here, like I would put something to help brace this section. That way it would not, you know, there's no give in it. There's just things like little pieces like this that are pokey. I usually try to put a little bit more around them. So yeah, they're a little bit more time consuming to ship, but they fetch a pretty decent margin and they sell for a good price because they are just one of those beautiful pieces that they're just not everywhere because, you know, they're vintage, they're old world, and because of the metal, they can go, you know, they can break over the years. And so anytime I can find them in good shape, I pick them up. So this one did not have the Made in Italy tag, so that has gone missing over the years, but it's definitely an Italian piece. I've sold enough of these to know this is a Made in Italy piece. So I usually first look for the tag or a sticker or something, but I also can tell just based on the style. So this will be available on Etsy. So will the horse, actually. I think I'm going to list the horse on Etsy. I know I have told you I want to be nice to myself on shipping, and I'm showing you right off the bat two things that not nice to ship necessarily, especially this piece, but it will definitely go for more on Etsy. There's not a lot of local buyers who are into this like more opulent Florentine style. In the Pacific Northwest, we're more mid-century, and so that's why something like this does a lot better on Etsy. So I picked up a lot of great pieces of art. So we're just gonna rapid fire through them. So this was $10, a seascape. I just thought, you know, for 10 bucks, I was going to pick it up. It reminds me of the Oregon coast, you know, where we are. This will go to my vintage booth because it's not something that I really want to ship because of the size. I have to build a box for this, and then it's pretty pricey to ship in and of itself. So I probably won't list this unless one of you is like desperate for it. So that will go straight to my booth space. A picture that I do plan to list on Etsy though, which is one of my favorite things I found, is this amazing portrait of a man. I mean, this is so old. Look at the back. Now, I don't think I showed you guys the back in the footage, but it is phenomenal. I mean, it has the nail detail right here. Anytime a painting has the nail detail, usually means it's significantly older than something that has like staples. And so that's one of the things I look for, because then I'm like, okay, I can kind of date it in my mind that it's pre this time period. And so I always kind of look for the nails. And then of course, I mean, look at how old the back is, and it has this like name on the back, which I thought is really great. It's artist sign in the corner right there. The only flaw it has, I mean, it has flaws. I mean, it has patina. This sucker is old. It could be over 100 years old, frankly, based on the look of it. And so things like this little ding right here that's a little bit see-through, like if you turn around in the back, you can see. You know, that's just part of the old world rustic charm of this piece. And I have sold many of pieces of art that have had flaws, holes, slashes in it. And people don't seem to mind because they just know that's just part of its history, and that's what makes it special. But it's a really well done piece. The frame is really good. It's like a painted gold. It just, I was just like amazed. Now I paid up for this. I think I paid 60 bucks for it. So that's a lot, but it will sell for well over $100 because it is just such a unique, interesting piece. He has a pipe. It's just very moody and very right now. So at the same store, which I definitely recommend if you're in that area of Washington, it's family owned. They're absolutely lovely. I'll put their information on the screen. The pricing was really fair. They were willing to do bundles for us. It was great. They put up with us. I mean, when a bunch of resellers come in as a group, I mean, we are loud, we are excited, we have a lot of demands. We're like, oh, we want to see that, we want to see that, how much is that, where is that? You know, we are combing the store in a way a normal shopper wouldn't. And so I always am like, brace yourselves to, I always want to say that to the people that are working there, because it's like we come in a whirlwind. I have a lot of requests. But this piece was only 20 bucks, and I thought it was really, I don't know, something about it was almost like futuristic sci-fi to me. It was giving me like those vibes because of the colors and the palette, and then this like very sculptural piece of, you know, stone and mountain in the center. I just thought it was a really cool piece, and this was 20 bucks. So I had to have them get this down. So it will probably be available on Etsy. Again, a very old piece, actually quite heavy. And then this was only $3, which I was like so excited about. When I first saw it, I thought it was just a print of some sort because it is so incredibly like perfect. It looked like a print, but when you held it into the light and really examined it, which I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see on camera, but there are definite brush strokes in the pattern of the actual painting. Lets me know that it's an actual painted piece and not a print. And so sometimes it can be hard to tell because oftentimes with prints, at least back in the day, they would kind of fake some of the brush strokes. You have to be really, really good at looking at it. Does it follow like the line of the actual like landscape to know if it's actually painted or if it's something that has been like faux painted. I also picked up this really adorable floral. You guys know I'm a sucker for florals. I think this was like $10. So anytime I can find a floral painting that's really cute, that's like under 20 bucks, I tend to pick it up. So in the final piece of art that I really want to keep myself, but it does not go with my decor, is this amazing original painting. It's very textural and raised, and it says California Street on the back, and it actually has a price of $145. So that must have been what it cost back in the day when it was painted. The frame is really good because it's like this box frame. It's just a really interesting piece. I've never seen anything like it. It was only 20 bucks, which I thought was awesome. So I plan to list this on Etsy. So candelabras, candle holders, candle stuff is always a bestseller. So you saw that like Italian one that I just showed you. This one is definitely giving me like Spanish brutalist vibes. and I thought it was awesome. I love the chain. I even love the candles that are like old and definitely have like patina and wear on them. I just fell in love with the candles in it as well. I just am like, oh, should I photograph it and sell it with the candles in it? Because it's just such a vibe and the color is really good. It's this really cool like orangey brown tone. So you'll have to let me know if you think I should like pop these off and sell it, or if I should try to sell it with these on, and then if someone doesn't want them, then they can do it themselves. I don't know. The candles in it are really good to me. They just look so good. But it has a little bit of like this like faux type finish on it, but it's definitely like a vintage piece. Now I paid out for this guy. Again, just like the other one, the Italian one, this was $35, which is more than I would typically like to invest in a piece like this, but this is, like I said, it's that very cool Spanish brutalist style. So there's a lot more margin in it because it is so sculptural. So let me know about the candles, if you think I should pop them off or not. I mean, I guess I could always like give them to them too, although they might be like, ew, why are these really short, strange old candles in the box? I don't know, so let me know. And then the last candly thing I picked up is a single brass wall sconce. I picked these up because in a gallery wall like this, it's kind of fun to add in a unique piece, and sometimes you don't want to put more than one of these in because then that just feels like too much of a good thing, frankly. And so that's why I always pick up singletons. You don't always have to have a pair. One thing I look for is to make sure that the candle holder here is like straight enough, because sometimes you get them in there like you know, they're at an angle and you don't really realize that until you like try to put a candle in it to photograph, and then the candle's like, you know, in a direction that does not make sense for the candle. And so that's one of the things I look out for. So if you're ever buying sconces, just make sure that the candles are going in a more upright position. So I also picked up some like bread and butter pieces, stuff that if I see them, I'm always grabbing them. I got this Polish plate. I thought it was really beautiful. I got this carved Indian rosewood box. I got a couple of catch-alls. I got this really cool ceramic one. And then I also picked up this adorable swan. And one thing I should probably put in like a bestseller video are napkin holders of really any kind, any napkin holder that I have ever put in one of my vintage booths. It has always sold. It doesn't matter if it's wood, if it's metal, what, it just always has a buyer. Apparently people have a lot of napkins that they need to organize in their homes or when they entertain. And so this one I thought was probably the coolest one I have ever picked up. So I realized I found another sconce. This one, which I thought was really great. I love this right here because it's giving me like tulip vibes, and this is like very much like a shell. So I thought this one was really beautiful too, so I grabbed this. And then I got a lot of brass birds. So I got a set of 4 owls, brass owls. So 3 of them look like this. And then this guy has some patina, so I'm gonna have to shine him up. And then this one I thought was really cute because his ears are really pointy versus like those, which are really like short. So I thought it was like, I've never seen one with such pointy ears. Is that their ears? I guess that's their ears, right? I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of apparently an owl very well. And then I also picked up some brass cranes. Anytime I can find a set of 2 for a decent price. Now these ones are a little bit smaller, but even the smaller ones can be worth, you know, a fair amount. I'll probably shine these guys up too because they're a little dingy and dull. But yeah, I was really excited to find these. I haven't found cranes in ages. And the final item I'm gonna show you is this very cool collapsible rosewood like organizer or crate, handled crate. So you just pop the bottom in and then it just folds like this. And what's so funny is this ability to like collapse it flat is definitely a design choice by a lot of makers in India whenever all this stuff was made, because it was very common. It's not unusual to find baskets and all types of things that can actually collapse down because they have hinges. It's just like, it was just really interesting. I don't know why they wanted to do that. I don't know if it was because, you know, for shipping to the States, it's just better to have everything flat packed versus like this. Or just, I don't know. So if you guys know, let me know. But I thought this piece was really great. It has a lot of cutouts and carved details. It's just one of those pieces that, you know, will organize your stuff in a very beautiful way. So I was thinking like, oh, imagine if you were like, you were knitting or crocheting and you put your stuff in it. It's like, you know, beside your sofa or your chair, and it's just like a really pretty piece. Or I mean, you could put anything in it. But I've never seen this style before. And I've sold many of like rosewood pieces over the years. So I was really excited to find this one. Okay, so I think that's everything I wanted to show you from the haul. Like I wanted to like highlight special. I definitely got more stuff, but I figured you don't want to go through every single thing I got. Again, since you saw it on footage, anything that's going to be available on Etsy is usually linked down below. And for the furniture pieces that I don't really feel like I want to ship this go around, they're going to be available at Tiny Brambles, which is one of my vintage booths. Okay, but before I let you go, I also want to share something exciting. So the very first local reseller meetup of the year will be on January 29th. I will be co-hosting with Meg from Copper Moon Vintage Mercantile. She graciously agreed to host us. So she'll be offering refreshments like coffee and pastries. And then we're gonna all come together, you know, mix and mingle like we usually do and chat about our favorite finds and all things vintage. And then Meg and I are also gonna talk about kind of like 2025 trends, like touching on fashion and design trends, just because sometimes that can really help inform like our sourcing and what, you know, is coming, what people are interested in. And sometimes it's really helpful to be able to like align our booths and align what we're picking up with what people are really excited about in terms of trends. And then Meg, the owner, also wanted to make herself available to anyone who had questions about opening a vintage shop or what it was like to run a vintage shop. I know many of us, that is the dream, is to own our own vintage shop. And so she wanted to make sure that she was available for you guys for any questions. So this event is free. We just ask that people please RSVP if they can, if they plan to make it, just so we can get kind of an accurate count for the refreshments. Okay, so I want to end the video shouting out the gals that I went on this amazing sourcing picking trip with, Courtney, Ashely, and Angela. They are phenomenal at finding the most amazing stuff. You guys saw this from the video. So they definitely deserve a follow. So if you're looking for more inspiring Instagram content, you should definitely check them out. And then Angela specifically, she does these Sunday sales on Instagram. She finds the best stuff and offers it up, and she actually ships. So you don't actually have to be in Oregon to buy from her. You can actually check out her Sunday finds. And then Courtney actually has a YouTube channel. Now she hasn't filmed a video in a while, but she plans to get back to it. So if you want to check out her old videos and then subscribe to her channel, you'll be ready for when she uploads a new one. Oh, and then I also forgot to tell you all the stops that we went on, I will definitely make sure and list them down below too. Okay, so that is everything I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.